Okay. Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you all. This lovely summery weather that we have. We are going to do the pledge first, so does someone want to get up and lead us in the pledge? You want me to? Yeah. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're going to have a moment of silence for those that we have lost, especially Tom Diana, our supervisor. And, of course, we all had a very hard time with that. And a former member of this committee, Bill Gerstenstein, we also lost recently. So we'll have a moment of silence for them. Okay, first up today, we have our supervisor, Ed Lachterman, going to come up and talk to us a little bit. How are you doing, Ed?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Hi, so most of you know me. I think Ed Lachterman, acting as town supervisor right now. Just to put it on your calendars, we will have a special election in the town of Yorktown on April 16th. There will be early voting, and you can go online to get absentee ballots as well. I did want to make one important introduction to everyone. So upstairs in the office is a confidential assistant. Tommy had brought in Lorraine, and while I am there, I'm going to stay there. So we have Lorraine Morano, who will be upstairs. Hopefully when Verizon gets here today and gets our phone system working, when you call, you'll be able to speak with Lorraine, and she's a great asset and will really help facilitate what we need to get facilitated if you cannot reach me in the office.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And Lorraine, we're extension 200?
201.
Oh, 201.
You're 200, I'm 201.
All right. So,
Okay.
yep, so extension 201. Please feel free to reach out. We are having a problem with the phone system. We are waiting for Verizon. So today they're only 6 hours late. So I'm sure they'll be here eventually, though. Thanks, Lorraine.
Thank you.
So, it's a very bittersweet appointment right now, running as a deputy supervisor. I tremendously feel the loss of Tom, as we all do. But I will say that he and I, in our friendship, as well as our camaraderie on the board, have spoken about a lot of the things in town. So things will continue to move. One of the things that has been big on our hit parade, and Tommy started the survey last year, is the redoing of all the wiring and the phones in Town Hall. So that is something that we're moving along. We're waiting on a quote. Well, actually, we're waiting on the bid specs, and then we'll get the quotes on it. But we're hoping to have that done very quickly, and then get to a system that we feel will be better for the town and easier for our residents, and make sure that they're there. We will have quite a few projects going on. We have some water main work that we want to do, especially under Route 35. We will have the French Hill water tank repainted and looked at and brought up to code, as there are specific codes that the Board of Health insists happen there, rightfully so. So we'll make sure that everything is going. We've signed an agreement for the engineering work on that. So we're hoping for the summer. It will be a little tricky because we have 3 different municipalities that are all part of the Northern Westchester Joint Waterworks involved. So there are 3 different tanks that have to be done, and they have to be done one after another. They can't all go down together because we share our tanks and water when one is down. So that'll be happening soon. But one of the big projects that we started and is still running are your water meters. Now, has anyone had their water meter changed yet here? Okay, we have quite a few. Has anyone gotten a letter but was unaware of what they need to know? All right, so it seems like we're good in the room, but just to touch base, there's a company called VEPO, V-E-P-O. They are the contracted company to do the water meters in your house. There have been letters that have gone out through the water department, and they come to your house and they tell you what will happen. So you'll get a phone call, you'll be scheduled, they will let you know who will be showing up when they come. That person will have identification with them. All really important safety aspects. The meters that we're getting are all electronic and Wi-Fi. So you will not need a physical water person to come and read your meter anymore, which is, very, very helpful, both from the town point of view and from getting things accurate and making sure that you don't have to be around if you don't have a water pit, because there are still some physical meters in houses that need to get read like that. We're hoping to finish this project this year. We are about 80% of the way done. There's somewhere in the area of 1,000 meters outstanding. Please make sure if you get notification, schedule your appointment. Unfortunately, because of the switching over of the system, there's going to be an extra charge involved for those who don't switch over. Because now we're going to have go back to that separate meter reader going out, physically taking the readings, going back to the office, running reports, inputting them, sending them out to Northern Westchester Joint Waterworks for the billing cycle. The other way around, it's pressing a button. So they worked out the cost involved in going and doing this, and it's about $200 per reading.
Wow.
So, right. So we really, really are urging anyone, when you get that notice, call us, call the water department if you have any questions, but schedule and have VEPO come and change over those meters, please. The last thing we want to do is have an extra charge for the work, but we can't use the public funds to do something if that's not our system of doing it anymore.
So Ed, excuse me, will that number be on the notice that they get?
Yes.
Where they should call? Okay.
Yep. I believe they have the water department and VEPO for the
Okay,
appointment.
good.
They're very good. You get to speak with James Waterhouse, I believe, if you have any questions. He really, really knows his
Yeah, he
stuff
does.
with the meters,
Yeah, he does.
and he could walk you through whatever you need. Yes, Jerry.
How does that apply to condos?
Those are the commercial meters, and the condo takes care of those. So I don't believe. Well, actually, that's a good question. Let me check, because have you had your meter changed or no? You're not sure.
I think so.
All right, I know where you are, so I'll ask James after the meeting. I'll send him a message.
Jefferson Village has been told we're going to expect that,
Okay.
To expect which?
the change of the
Change.
water meters.
Because that's residential. I think that we're commercial because our pipe is bigger than
Right. So
regular.
we'll have to. Yeah. I'll get the answer for you. All right. So there were also another thing going on for NYSEG customers. NYSEG has been switching over to electric meters also that they could read without having to go and do a physical reading. This will be nice for for those months that you get the estimated bill and you're like, what the heck happened to my power? Because one way or another they get it wrong. Either they undercut you or they overestimate. And the next month is a mess trying to figure it out. So that should be changing now. I believe they are pretty much done. They just went in and flipped over your meters. It's in the same holder that it was in. It's just a digital meter. So we should be good there.
It seems that the rates
No.
suddenly went up.
Seems your rates went up.
I got both, and both of my readings were
Right.
much
on the well,
Water and electric.
water and electric. Well, water is usage. Did you do you know how old your meter was? Because that's one of the reasons this project is going on.
I had one in the house originally. They went and they put them on the outside of the house. I don't know what year that was.
So after about 20 to 25 years, the water meters slow down, so they don't record your water accurately. So there may be a thing, but if you have a question on your actual usage, you could call Northern Westchester. I'm sorry, I would call our water department, not Northern Westchester. They do our billing, but you call our water department. There are possibilities that you have leaks. You know, I think former Supervisor Slater found out the hard way that he had a leak underneath his kitchen cabinets with his sink, and it was leaking into the floor, and they never had any idea about it. Leaky toilets take a lot of water, which I had a problem, and I found out the hard way because you got to jiggle sometimes, and my wife always yells at me, and we went out of the house, and I didn't jiggle, and we were out for a day and a half, and someone was staying over that wasn't using our restroom, so I ended up with quite a tremendous water bill just for a day and a half of that running. So I would definitely check all that, check for leaks, and if there are any questions that you think there might be a usage issue, you can always contact our water department. One of the nice things about the electric meters that are coming in, the new meters, is that they are they are going to be able to be programmed to let you know, hey, your water usage is over what it normally is. So you could set ranges up. So you'll be able to program it, have it on a phone, and our water department will also get notifications where if you're not technically savvy, they would be able to reach out and say, hey, we're showing a blip on your water usage where it's too high. So those are some of the really big advantages of this system. Okay. Any other questions on the water or electric? All right. Other than that, we're going to be looking at some different laws in town that just got referred out. We're going to look at a moratorium on vape shops, also on the large-scale solar. We have an ethics law that's been being reworked that's out for review right now as well.
What would that be? What would that consist of, the ethics?
Well, it's just some changes to our existing ethics law. They're minor, but we had some changes. We had an independent attorney come in, and we had some changes suggested by the ethics board. And the town board has looked through and picked what they thought was appropriate, and the rest has gone out for referral
And
now.
who would this affect? Would this affect employees?
This basically affects employees and anyone like an elected official. So if there's a complaint, for ethics, we've had it on some of our volunteer boards. It goes before an ethics committee who makes a determination, and that comes back to the town board.
It's a good idea.
Yep. No, it's a very good idea. It keeps everyone honest. We project-wise, we spoke a little bit about some of those, and there are some other projects looking to come to town. The old field home on Catherine Street, Toll Brothers has been in about doing a 55 and over community up there. We have had another group come in regarding property off of Navajo Street, which could possibly bring sewers to that whole area of town, which is a huge, huge plus if we could, both for the residents, the businesses, and for the ecology, and keeping everything out of the swamp, but the sanitary tanks in the ground and getting it into a sewer is huge. And if we have a way to fund that through the projects, it would be fantastic. We're going to be doing the work on Route 118 in Underhill to widen the road and do some repairs there as the project comes online for Soundview, which Tom had pictures of that road from 100 years ago with a horse and buggy on it, and it looks exactly the same. So with the amount of traffic that's picked up and increased, I know I used to drive that road every day going back and forth to work, and you come over the hill and the cars are stopped right there, school buses. It's an accident waiting to happen. So if we could open up the flow down here, it's going to be a great thing for the safety of our residents, our kids, and anyone coming through town. Let's see, there was one other project that came through. Oh, there's the Garden Lane Apartments that have been, I think they've been on the books for 15, 20 years, but they're finally coming back around, and they're looking to get a sewer extension, and we've just put that out for referral. So we have some scattered housing, some 55 and over. Oh, there's one on the old 55 and over as well, but an active 55 and over at the old contractors registry building, which is off of 6N. And, some really nice projects that will offer some diverse housing stock, especially for our seniors. So those of you that live in a home, as I've heard, and want to downsize, that's been a big, big plus. If we have something where, hey, it's a beautiful setting, but I don't have to cut my lawn, I don't have to shovel my walk, I don't have to worry about all that.
Right.
I don't want to do it now. I can imagine some other people a little above me would not want to do that still. And they would also add some really nice tax revenue.
Well, that's important.
It is. So, that's really a quick view. There are definitely a bunch of other things running around, but I've been in meetings all day, and my brain is a little mush. So it was actually Northern Westchester Joint Waterworks that killed me. The other meetings weren't that bad. But if I don't know if you have her on your agenda or not, but I see our town clerk is here, and I don't know if she had wanted to say anything.
It's always welcome.
I apologize for coming in late. I don't think this thing's working. But,
Yeah, it was supposed to be for me, so they probably didn't turn it on.
I just want to say, I don't know if Ed touched base on this, but our town hall phone system has been intermittent the last couple weeks. So I have a direct line, so if you need to get in touch with me or my office, you can call 914-962-8152. If you have
Say it
problems.
Slower.
914-962-8152.
I did touch base on it, but did not know about your direct number. And I'll put out there if you need to get a hold of someone in Town Hall. This is probably a mistake, but you could call me at 914-393-1447.
Wow.
And I will make sure that we get their message back to you.
That's dedication.
You know what? It's important that we get the coverage.
Good for you, Ed.
And what was that?
Oh, smack.
What's working? My phone?
No, my microphone.
All right. That's pretty much it for me.
We thank you, and we wish
Thank
you all
you.
the best.
I appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you, Rosemary. I hope
So we're sorry you had to take over under these circumstances, but
yeah. I hope I make Tommy and the rest of the town proud for the time I'm here. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Very sad. Very sad. Okay. I want to talk about our members here who are all very dedicated. Francis McVetti.
Barbara Liefeld.
Daryl Lindholm.
Rosemary Panio.
Jenny Minton.
Deborah Marks, I'm liaison to the Assembly Office of Matt Slater.
And if-
Maureen O'Driscoll.
Bill Falcone, Recreation Commission Liaison.
Diana Quast, town clerk.
And we have James Moderano in the back, gabbing with someone,
Lorraine.
with Lorraine. It takes a lot, we have so much going for us, and it does take, pardon me?
James is coming up to talk.
Yeah, I know. And it takes a lot of people to do some of the things that we do. We have Noreen here and so many others that work to make sure that when you call town hall or you have an issue, that that you can be serviced. Is this working?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Whack it.
Jim Moderano?
Thanks for having me back, of course. Just wanted to catch everyone up on the spring and summer brochure. We're going to have our spring-summer brochure coming out in mid-March. The sign-ups for all of your senior programs will take place on March 21st at 9 a.m. You can come into the office and make sure you get signed up for the programs. You could also call the office as well. We do take senior registration over the phone because I know it's hard for some seniors sometimes to come out all the way down to the office. So we do take senior registration over the phone. So you can call us at 914-245-4650. Extension 0 and sign up through that medium as well. We have a couple cool programs. We actually have a senior softball league for seniors over the age of 60. So if anyone wants to still get out there, play a little softball, that's something that you can call the office and we can get you.
Over the age of 60?
Over the age of 60, yeah. So if you still think you got something in the tank and you want to play some softball, come on out. We'd love to have you. That's going to be a lot of fun.
What is their schedule? I mean, do they?
Their schedules, I believe it is. It starts April 14th, and it's I believe on Saturdays. But we can get you more details if you're interested.
I'm not interested, but I mean somebody else might be
If
interested.
anyone's interested, we also are introducing a new fitness program called Forever Fit. It's about a half hour, 45 minutes long fitness program through a certified fitness instructor. It's going to be a great class to stay fit, as well as all of our other fitness and dance programs will be coming back this coming spring and summer. So it's going to be a very fun spring season for us and all the senior activities that we offer. So look out for that brochure. It will be online first, probably early March, and then you'll be getting it in your households by mid-March. And then the sign-ups will be March 21st. So.
Good.
Is that the March, April newsletter?
No, so that was a good question. So is it the senior newsletter? Yes. The senior newsletter will have details on the programs that are going to be offered with the dates that I just mentioned. And the senior newsletter you can either get in our office or you can get at any senior club or even town hall. That comes out once every 2 months, the senior newsletter that we print out through my office. This is the recreation brochure. It's that thick 2-season brochure with all of our programs from camps, pools, you name the program, all the programs that we offer. Speaking of pools will be, that registration will be a month later in April. So you won't be signing up for your pools on March 21st. These would be specifically programs. Pool sign-ups are later in April. So look out for those sign-ups separately.
And these will be mailed to us?
The brochures will be mailed to your households. If you're a Yorktown resident, you should be receiving the spring-summer brochure via the mail. If you don't receive one for whatever reason, we'll have plenty extra in our offices as well for you to pick up. And like I said, it's also going to be online. Any other questions while you have me?
Can't think of any.
We certainly have a lot of fun. Yes.
I was just wondering, a while ago we had discussed you were going to try and get a grant program for the computer program that we no longer have. I was wondering if you were able to do anything. I know it takes a lot to do that.
Thank you for asking that question. So, unfortunately, the town board has moved away from our previous grant writers. So the grant writing right now is on pause. But that's certainly, I'd like to see that question continue to come up because it was a great program and it was a huge asset to a bunch of seniors in the community. So we will need new computers and we will need an instructor as well. So, but the more we talk about it, the more likely it's going to happen. But right now, as far as grants go, we're a bit out of pause. I know Ed put out a RFP for a new grant writing company, and they're waiting for those to come back. I'm not certain. Dinah, do you know the date, and has that been sent out yet?
It has come back, and the board does have the documents to review.
Okay. So,
Thank you.
We'll see what that looks like as that comes in.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I won't forget to remind you.
Good, please do.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also have, through our senior clubs, a bunch of travel trips down the pike. Those will be showcased in our senior flyer, so look out for those senior trips. I know there's a few that still have room for sign-ups, but definitely sign up with the senior club soon because they do fill up quickly.
Yeah, they do. All over. Even I know at my church.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you delay a week, that's it. No more space. Where's
and-
Carol? Carol's here.
Any other questions? We're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Very much. Thank you. Wendy, would you like to come up? Wendy McNamara from New York Presbyterian Hudson Valley.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm Wendy McNamara, Community Affairs Coordinator, New York Presbyterian Hudson Valley Hospital. I want to thank the board for all that they continue to do. And we're very, very sorry for the loss of the supervisor. He's really a wonderful person to work with and a great community partner. Unfortunately, Dr. William Prabhu, who is the Associate Director of our Cardiac Catheterization Lab, was supposed to be the guest speaker today. It is Heart Health Month. We had a bunch of emergencies in the cath lab this morning, so he sends his regrets, and we will reschedule him coming at a future date. We're very excited to announce that in March, Dr. Jessica Harris, who is a new addition to the Strang Boulevard office, she's a female gastroenterologist, will be coming, which is wonderful because March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month. And we do have a bunch of upcoming heart health events, virtual events that you can attend. I handed them out. I also have them on the back table. If you want to look at our ongoing virtual programs, visit Cooking for Your Health with our physicians and clinicians, as well as our Teaching Kitchen program. I'm going to say this nice and slow, events@nyp.org. Go to events@nyp.org. Every month the programs change. It's not just limited to NYP Hudson Valley. You can come in virtually to any of our programs, and we encourage you to register. We'd like you to be a part of it. And thank you so much for your time. And as once again, we do extend, we are sorry that Dr. Prabhu couldn't make it. He truly was looking forward to seeing everyone, but we'll work to get him on the schedule later.
I read something on your program list about how chocolate was good for you. That was great news to me because I love chocolate.
Yes. So we have our, if you go to events@nyp.org, we have a bunch of wonderful teaching kitchen events with our chef, Marty Wolfson. Marty has actually been here. We'll talk about maybe scheduling her later in the year because she's a very popular speaker. And one of her programs earliest this month was Heart Healthy Chocolate Delights.
Great news.
So, like I said, I can't say it enough, events@nyp.org. And also, Jim and I have coordinated that we will share our events calendars every month with Jim, and he will get it out to everyone. And we're thankful to Jim for the continuing partnership with his department as well. So thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you. Okay, we have another wonderful guest, Jennifer Schwartz Crawford from Westchester County Department of Senior Programs
And services.
and Services.
It's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful. Thank you.
Hello. And thank you to the committee for having me back again today. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
My name is Jennifer Schwartz Crawford. I'm a program administrator and I'm a social worker at the Westchester County Department of Senior Programs and Services. As always, I bring greetings from our commissioner, May Carpenter, and from Colette Phipps, my supervisor and director of program development. So I'm here today to talk about a few exciting things. We have an upcoming master plan on aging town hall. Now, the date has changed since I was here last. The new date is March 7th, 2024, from 11 to 1 at the Little Theater in the Westchester County Center in White Plains. New York State has embarked on a state master plan on aging that's being coordinated by the New York State Department of Health and the New York State Office for Aging. Working with local governments like Westchester County's Department of Senior Programs and Services, community engagement sessions on the Master Plan on Aging are being held across the state. Attendees will hear details about the Master Plan on Aging and will have an opportunity to ask questions and provide comments about the proposal. If you'd like more information about this event, you can contact Colette Phipps at 914-813-6441 or send an email at C as in cat, A as in apple, P as in Paul, the numeral 2, at westchestercountyny.gov. For reservations, you can call me at 914-813-6102. Also, too, so our TIPS program, that's Telehealth Intervention Program for Seniors, continues at the Albert A. Cappellini Community and Cultural Center right here in Yorktown every Monday from 9 to 11. And of course, I have to thank Noreen for being our excellent partner here in Yorktown. It's a very, very successful program. TIPS participants have their vital signs, their blood pressure, their pulse, their blood oxygen levels, and their weight checked once a week by a trained technician. The data is transmitted wirelessly to a nurse who reviews it remotely and will be in contact with the participant as necessary. Please note that these telehealth solutions are not intended for emergency use or real-time monitoring of patient vital signs. Participants leave each session with a tip sheet that includes their vital signs, an explanation of what the results mean, and any relevant recommendations or referrals. This information can help seniors self-manage their own health and be proactive if they see any negative changes. It's not only a high-tech program, but also high-touch. We have social support associates who are often social work students who provide engaging conversation, information, and resources to TIPS participants. Students bring an intergenerational component to the program. Classic in-person TIP sessions are held in convenient settings where older adults regularly gather throughout the county. And additionally, we have two iterations of the program that came out of the COVID-19 pandemic. We have a Tips in Touch telephone reassurance component to the program, as well as Tips at Home, where the equipment is brought into the person's home for self-monitoring. Again, for more information about that program, you can feel free to call us at 914-813-6441. We also have a lot of events with our Senior Law Day Collaborative. They schedule events regularly.
Do we have that flyer?
This event here is Thursday, March 7th from 10 a.m. to noon, and it is free 15-minute consults via Zoom with an attorney, a certified financial planner, or care manager, no cost and no obligation. The registration opens at 7 a.m. on March 6th at seniorlawday.info. These are
Jennifer, I have some flyers here at the end of the program. If you would like more information, if you'd like to be involved in it, please feel free to come up and grab a flyer. I know I can speak highly of this. I utilize this because I had a question about my annuity, and I would have had to pay somebody to go down and ask, get out and go down to their office. I made an appointment, I called, and they answered it free. It's a wonderful program.
Thanks, Daryl. It really is. It's an invaluable service. Also, a quick reminder to please complete a Live Well and Age Well Planning Ambassadors for Aging survey if you've not done so already, and please spread the word. There's brochures around that in the back. This survey can help you explore topics like caregiving, financial stability, transportation, housing, and more. And it can be completed by hard copy or online, and it also is accompanied by a resource guide. For more information on that program, please call 914-813-6102. You'll reach me there.
You're going just a little too fast on the numbers. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me slow down. Okay. So for more information, please call 914-813-6102, or you can email at PAFA, P as in Paul, A as in Apple, F as in Frank, A as in Apple, the word program at westchestercountyny.gov. As always, should you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at the Westchester County Department of Senior Programs and Services. Our main line is 914-813-6300. Again, that's 914-813-6300. And I have our brochures in the back as well.
Good. That's very good.
Any questions?
I have a question. How does a person get enrolled in the at-home TIPS program so that the equipment is in the home?
That's a good question. Usually the way that we do that is we'll work with our site director. We'll work with our site director to perhaps identify people who are interested, and then go from there, and different team members will coordinate.
Okay. So call the main number for that.
Yep, and you can also,
Okay.
of course, call our main number for the tips line as well, 914-813-6441.
Very good, very good.
Thank you, everybody.
What we want to communicate with our seniors is that if they have an issue, and everything is confidential, if they have an issue or a problem, there is probably someone in town they can call and reach out to who can assist them, direct them to someone, resolve the issue. You know, we're all been very independent all of our lives, and sometimes we hesitate to do that. But there is someone out there that can at least answer your questions, and hopefully to your satisfaction. So don't be afraid to reach out. That's very important. That's why we have all of these groups in the county, in the town, and even individuals who are very knowledgeable. Call Diana Quast. She knows everything. She's a great help. I mean, she really is. So what I'm saying to you is if there is an issue, you don't have to have any feelings that perhaps you shouldn't share them. Everything is confidential, and they will give you a phone number, a person, whatever. But we want to be sure that our seniors in Yorktown are well taken care of. Or if you know of someone that perhaps you think might need a visit or something, let us know. That's what we're here for. I know. Where's Noreen? Noreen is here?
Yep.
Yeah, here she is. Noreen's office does such a great job, Noreen O'Driscoll. She, as I tell her all the time, now that we're living in Jefferson Village, and if I see the Meals on Wheels truck pull up, it just makes me so happy to see that, because there are people that are well into their 90s. It's winter time, they can't get out. And when I see that truck pull up, I'm really just so pleased that this town offers that. Noreen, do you want to talk about senior services? Sorry, I just got you. Got it. You good?
Thank you, Rosemary.
You're welcome.
Hi, everyone. My name is Noreen O'Driscoll, and I'm the director of the Yorktown Senior Center. So we partner with the county on many things for the seniors of Yorktown. So really what Rosemary is saying is so true. Please call our office if you ever have a question that you think we may help you with. Ask for me. Again, it's Noreen. My number is 914-962-7447. So in addition to the TIPS program, we also have the mobile clerk that comes usually about once a month. Diana comes, and if she wasn't coming and you couldn't make it into town hall but could somehow be there for a dance class or whatever, Diana and Maura are wonderful. They always make sure that they can come over for your needs, whatever you may have, if you need to meet them at the senior center. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about our programs there. In addition to those two programs, our senior center is, it's just so much more than a meal. It's a place where you come to socialize, remain in place at home. Really, if you can't drive, we have transportation to the center, at which time we could take you grocery shopping. We play bingo there, we socialize, we have fun, we have parties, we laugh, we sing. It's just a wonderful place to come and get out. Please, if you're at home and you're listening and you're staying by yourself, afraid to come in, please come in. Everybody is so welcoming, all the seniors there. And again, we're just the connection to the hospital, if I needed to the senior services at Westchester County. We're always glad to help anybody that needs any help. If I don't pretend to know the answers to everything, but we will certainly do our best to get you whatever answers you may need. And the big thing I want to talk about is our program at home, our Meals on Wheels program. For those of you that are at home, it's a program we offer, Meals on Wheels. It's 60 and over. The requirements is 60 and over, and a medical necessity for needing the meals. It's a $3 suggested contribution. Nobody is turned away for inability to pay. And that also goes in the senior center as well. If you are not able to pay, that is okay. You still come in, you'll get the meal. The meals at home also, again, provide so much more than a meal. That is a well check every day.
Yep.
Every day. Every time I come up here to speak, I say it. And I can say it every single time in between the talks. We find the driver gets there, there's a person that can't get to the door, so they might be on the floor. We're able to call 911. We're able to contact your family, which we do right away. It's just a well check in addition to a meal that is planned by a nutritionist, again, from Westchester County Department Programs and Services. So please, again, my number is 914-962-7447. If you have a neighbor, if you know somebody that needs it, please, and ask for me if you need to. It's Noreen at the Senior Center. I'm the director there. So that's it.
A wonderful program.
Does anyone have any questions? Yes, Betty.
I just want to mention, besides going to people's homes every day, a couple of times a week, I've used the services several times after a surgical procedure where I couldn't go out. And it was only maybe for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it was, and it was just very, very good for me.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's good to know.
That's good.
That's a good point. So just so everyone at home, what Betty was just saying was that if you have surgery and you're going to be off your feet for 2 to 3 weeks and you need meals, that is fine.
6 weeks.
Just give us a call, 914-962-7447. These are services offered through our town. Please take advantage of these services.
Wonderful program. Wonderful. When I see that truck pull up,
We are so lucky.
servicing someone, I'm just so happy about that.
Proud.
Proud and happy. Proud
Yeah.
and happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our drivers, I can't say
Very
enough about
nice.
the staff there, honestly. I'm so lucky to work with such special people that go out and care so much about every home that they go to.
I always make it a
It's
point,
so
if I'm coming home when I see someone around, I always thank them for what they do. You know,
Yeah.
It's a great thing.
Yeah. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Very good. Any of you want to mention anything? You want to talk about anything?
Nope.
Jen, how about you?
Jennifer covered it.
Okay, go ahead.
Just a few things on the state level and from our office. We do have a diaper drive, and there is a collection bin in Town Hall, so if anybody would like to donate, I'm sure they'd be greatly appreciated. Also, questions for seniors can also come through our office. We will hook you up. We do work with Westchester County Senior Services as well. Our phone number is 845-278-2923. Most of the time you're going to get me on the phone, so I know everybody. So don't hesitate to call if there's anything that you need. Also, for a general resource, there is United Way 211, and they have answers for a lot of things and many resources. So that's another resource for you to use is just 211. And in the back, I did leave some brochures, this time around safety tips for seniors. But if you need your health care proxy, I do have some of those. I always carry them with me. You can fill it out. You just need 2 witnesses to sign it, and you're good to go with that.
That's interesting. Oh, here we
Very
go. You want to
good.
mention the Omnibud program?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last time, I believe, right? I'm not sure. There is a state, and I always say it wrong, ombudsman program that if you have a loved one in I believe it's a hospital, nursing home
Nursing
type
facility,
setting, they will advocate for you. That is their job. They're advocates. They're not, they can't solve every problem, but they can advocate for you. And that's another thing. You can get that number. You call the office. Well, I don't have it on me, but you can call the office for that, and we can get you that number. You can also look all of these things up online, but I know sometimes that's difficult to do. And we're happy to do it for you, with you. Few people they've talked about the Sound the Alarm program, which I know was running through Jefferson Village. I know that last year. We have the form. If you can't use the computer, you call up and we'll help you fill out the form. And another thing, we try to help any way we can.
Is there any way we could make some of those forms available here at Town Hall? Like, there's a bench out there.
You might be able to. Diana could.
Diana?
More work for Diana.
If we're allowed to put them out there.
Yes, we will put them out there.
So yeah, we could maybe do things like that. Some of them are only online, so it's, it wouldn't do any good. Like the Live Well, Age Well, that program also, it's either online or you can do it hard copy. So you'd have to, maybe the hard copies, you brought them, I guess? Did you bring the hard, maybe you can leave those out front too, right?
Well, it's a beginning.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some number on them that people can call and then get directed or redirected.
There are.
Yeah.
There are numbers you can call, but sometimes we fight this fight, actually, periodically, that especially for seniors, many things are just online, and many seniors do not have
comfortable.
access
Yeah.
or are not capable of going online to fill out the forms. So, like I said, we will help from our office when we can. And I know, go ahead.
Can I have this?
Yeah.
Just to say one thing about the surveys, they are available online and hard copy. With the hard copy, though, the best thing to do is to give me a call so I can mail it to you, because I'll send it, to get it back to us, we'll give you a pre-stamped envelope. So you can just mail it, and that's probably the easiest way to get it back. So feel free, if you'd like a hard copy survey, to give me a call, 914-813-6263.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Joe, you have anything you want to say? No, he's good. First time Joe hasn't had anything to say. Good.
First time, see that?
It's the first time for everything.
These are out there.
Do any of you have any questions or any comments you'd like to make? Good. All right.
Well,
Very
welcome.
good.
Thank you.
So we're good?
We're good.
All right. So that's it. We're adjourned.
Meeting adjourned.
Next meeting is, we're in March already, March 16th. Friday, March 16th, right here at Town Hall.